Today I'm excited to talk to you guys about some tips and tricks that I have learned over the last few years that I feel as if have really helped me put my outfits together better, look more polished, more sophisticated, more elegant, more timeless, more classic. Pick a term that best suits you. And these tips are ones that I think can work for anyone, no matter what your style words are, no matter what your personal style is, no matter what your age, no matter what your body type is. I think finding our own style is definitely a very personal thing. We can look at what trends are always going on at the moment, but if they don't resonate with how we feel and how we want to portray ourselves, they're never going to work for us. I just did a video recently about spring denim trends and what my thoughts were on them and how I was going to incorporate certain ones in or whether I was skipping ones recently. And I feel as if you guys are really enjoying these videos I've been doing more often, which aren't necessarily the old school like way I used to do videos of I just bought this, I created this outfit, I made this look. I have really been shopping my own closet. I did a whole closet clean out recently, and really just if something did not resonate with me, it was not an item I kept. I decided to kind of do this new way of kind of looking at what I have and separating them out so I could determine whether it was an item that really was one I was going to use or if I was just holding on to it because I thought I was going to like it. And through these kind of steps in my evolution as well, over the last few years, I started out, I feel like, with my 3 style words, which I've talked about this, I'm still in the process of kind of reevaluating what words best resonate with me. And if you guys have suggestions of what you think words are that you think of when you see me or my own style, I would love to hear about that. I'm kind of really taking my time this time rather than just reading and trying to come up with my words real quickly. I'm rereading the book and kind of trying to really figure out what best describes me and how I feel. I'm really excited about today's video. I'm going to talk to you guys about 5 tips that I have kind of realized over the last few years has really helped me with honing in on my own style and kind of creating looks that really are put together and feel the most timeless, the most classic, the most elegant, pick a word that most resonates with you. So let's jump into these 5 tips that I feel as if I have kind of learned over the last few years. Now, the first one is to buy quality pieces. We all know, I have said this 1,000 times, I fall subject to this too. We see someone with an item on, they're showing an outfit, they're kind of talking about an outfit they created or talking about a new item they just got, and we think we need that exact item. We do not need that exact item. Look in your own closet, shop your own closet. It does not have to be the exact same neckline. It doesn't have to be the exact same shade they have on. Here's a perfect example, this jean jacket, right? I've had this for years, but if you have a jean jacket and you see me creating an outfit with this jean jacket, you don't need this exact jean jacket. Use what you have. And if you have invested in a quality piece or a piece you truly love, that will create a look for you that is better. So investing in quality pieces that will last you for decades, not seasons. This piece, maybe at the time, was not necessarily an item that I thought was going to last me for decades, but I have worn this probably for about 5 years. So we're edging up there, right? We're getting a little bit closer every year. So talking about that same kind of idea, it is not necessarily the price of an item that determines its quality. It is the intention behind the piece. If it is in your price range, you love the look of it, you feel as if it is something that you will wear over and over again, not just for the season that is happening right now or the trend that is happening right now. Now, a jean jacket is something that is a little bit more seasonal, but I wear mine all spring, all summer, all fall, and honestly in the winter, every once in a while, I kind of put it in as a layering piece. So if you can use a piece more often then it is a quality piece for you, because that is an item that you are getting your value out of. So I think we have to kind of get away from that mindset of feeling like a uniform or a way of building an outfit that we feel really good in means that we look boring or we look like we're wearing the same thing over and over. Because if you are wearing an item over and over because you truly love that item and you love the way you look in that item, it is worth more than worrying about what any trend is or what anyone else is wearing at the moment. That confidence from within is just priceless. Now, the next tip or trick I want to talk to you guys about is structured silhouettes. Now, if you hear that and you think, oh gosh, I can't wear form-fitting things, form-fitting is not what I am talking about. I am talking about structure to an item, something that isn't cheap looking, something that looks like it fits your body correctly, not fits your body tightly, fits your body and how you want to portray yourself. So you want items to look like they were made to fit on your body. Whether you prefer a more boxy style, whether you prefer a more fitted style, whether you just prefer an item that is just pulled in at certain areas of your body. By you finding the silhouettes that work best on your body type, here's a great example. Peplum tops were in, right, for a while there, and I've seen a couple jackets making their way back out. So they kind of flare out. They go in at the waist and then flare out a little bit. Now, I'm a little bit more hourglass, I guess the words would be. I hate the names they have for body types, but I definitely am more chesty. Then I go in a little bit at the waist and then I come out at the hips. Now, if I put that top on, although a lot of them are very structured in how they're made, that silhouette does not work on my body type. And I know that, and I'm aware of that. It used to be, if I saw that trend around and people wearing it, I would think, I need that because it's in right now. So what I would do with that is I would buy a less expensive version of it, which plays into the first tip I talked about, which is just continually buying and buying. It isn't something that fits my body type. It isn't something that looks good on me. It was not a quality piece, and it was not the right silhouette for my body. So I was following more trends and that fast fashion, right? So by shopping a less expensive version of it, I thought I was able to stay up with a trend and look like I was in, but it didn't work for me. Now, another thing I want to touch base that I'm just recently getting into within keeping with those silhouettes and that structure is finding a good tailor. If you truly love an item, now I'm not talking about a cashmere sweater or a jean jacket, although you could do this with a jean jacket if you wanted to. This is more, I'm talking about my blouses, my pants, things like that, is really finding someone that you can trust, a tailor in your area, and taking those items to them that you love, that are quality pieces. You're not going to do this for a really inexpensive in your wardrobe piece. But if you have a piece in your wardrobe that you invested in, now that can be at any price point. It's just what it was an investment for you. But something just doesn't sit right on it, but you love the majority of the items. If maybe you have a blouse that really just, you like the look of it, you like the fabric, you for the most part like the way it fits, but there's like, when you tuck it in, it sits funny. You need it to be a little bit more tailored at the waist, as an example. Take that item to a tailor. You guys would be surprised. It's typically anywhere between $20 to $30. And having that little bit of tailoring gives you that structured silhouette that is made for your body. And I guarantee you, it is going to make you feel like $1,000,000 and like that item was created just for you. That little bit of investment can really make a piece just go from being just a piece sitting in your closet that you really think you want to wear, but every time you put it on, it doesn't feel exactly right, to being a key item in your wardrobe. The next thing I want to talk about is color palette. Now, color palettes can be subjective to each person. If you want to kind of give that air of sophistication, of elegance, of timelessness, of classic, you are going to stick to your more neutral colors. Your white, your grays, your navies, your blacks, your beiges, your stripes. You're not going to have your bright colors, your pastels that kind of say more spring. But someone like me, I personally, in the spring and summer, love a bright color. I love a pop of color, but what I have learned over the last few years is really how I need to break my wardrobe down as far as kind of my variances of what of my wardrobe is more in those neutral tones to what is in those brighter tones for me. Now, I personally don't look good in a pastel color, so when that trend happens, I have to find a way to work it into my wardrobe. I recently actually talked about this in a whole video about spring color trends. I talked about how I'm going to work them into my wardrobe to make them look, because there are a good amount of pastels making their way back in. Now, how I break that down in my wardrobe is I look at my wardrobe and I try to have 80% of my wardrobe be those more timeless, neutral colors. So again, that's more your white, your creams, your grays, your little bit of kind of that neutral browns, your navy blues, your blacks, anything in those color families. You also can bring in colors of more your like denim, right? That's a classic kind of color. Now, I will say this denim jacket can verge on the edge of a trend because it is more of that acid wash. But when I'm talking about denim, I'm talking about your true classic colors you see in denim. And then I'm gonna do 20% of my more what I would call signature colors, right? I love a hot pink. I love a bright yellow. I love an army green. Now, the army green can some years variance more towards your neutrals, but I'm talking about those really bright colors that I love a pop of. You can see that color pink pair of shoes right there. I love those in the spring. I wear them with a pair of jeans, a white shirt, and maybe a blazer, and just that pop of color. I absolutely love that. That might not be for you. You might love more of a pastel, or you might love a good burgundy or a red or something like that. So you use that more as a pop of color, even if it's a pastel, than your main color. So you want to keep your main outfit that neutral, those classic, those timeless colors, and then add in a color or your signature color and maybe kind of bring that pop of color in, whatever it is for you. Now, if you're not sure what colors look good on you, there are a ton of, like, I'm considering doing one of these, an app, or there are people now that will do your colors for your seasons, I guess it is. I'm really interested in possibly doing this, either finding someone local or someone online doing it. I considered one of the apps, but I feel like actually talking to a person might be better. I know what I love as far as colors, but they might not be what actually looks best on me. So I'd be interested to kind of talk to somebody about that. But that is an option as well if you are unsure of what colors work for you. Stay with your true neutrals and then talk to somebody or find a color analysis for what colors work best for your skin tone. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is accessories. Now, again, accessories can be any variance of what works within your budget. When I am saying things like invest in key pieces, that key piece for you can be anything from a $30 piece to a $3,000 piece. I don't know what your budget is, but invest in pieces that are going to be quality pieces, again, like I talked about, that are going to be things that you use for decades, not just for a season. A great accessory, it can take that outfit from just a basic kind of pair of pants with a sweater and a jean jacket to really, if you add that belt, if you add that little brooch like I have on, a necklace, a great pair of earrings, some rings, you can really create an outfit with accessories. Now, also, I would say if you do see a trend that is happening that you're maybe unsure of, take those investment pieces you have and maybe add in a trendy piece at a less expensive price point. If you're unsure if they fit your style, and if you are unsure if they are something that are going to last you for decades, you can kind of mix and match those. I remember when the like kind of bigger paperclip necklaces first came out, I bought a less expensive version and I wore it for quite a few years until I made the decision that it was something that I was going to love and invest in. Now, the same thing can be true of belts. Buying them on Amazon. Belts can be something that can really bring up an outfit, but it doesn't necessarily mean you need to have I don't know, what was the one for a while there? Gucci was a big belt, right? I made the mistake of investing in that because that was a trend. It sits in my closet now. I personally prefer a more classic looking belt at a less expensive price point. That is what works within my wardrobe. Again, if it's an item that you change out more frequently, I keep the same bracelets and watches on I actually sleep with them on. They're one of those things that I don't take off. My rings I take off every single night. My earrings I take off every night. My necklaces I change out. My bracelets hardly ever change, but that is what works with me and my style. So if you want to maybe get a piece that is an investment, that is something you're going to wear every single day, you might never change your necklaces. Invest in a good necklace and then maybe change things out to a little bit less expensive on your earrings or your rings. I personally invest in a great watch. It is just a piece that means something to me that I love wearing day after day, and it's just a piece for me that really pulls everything together for me. Now, a handbag is another item that we're going to talk about that's an accessory. You can buy whatever works within your budget. I personally am a big handbag person. I love them, as you know from looking behind me. I love a bag to really bring an outfit together. I love that's kind of my final piece to an outfit. I pick out the whole outfit, the shoes, everything, and that is my last item that I pick. So I love to use that handbag to really kind of as that last item to kind of pull my outfit all together and really finalize the look that I'm going for. I really feel like those accessories, those final pieces that you add to an outfit can really create that look of dimension and kind of make it look like you put a lot more effort in. As I mentioned, just a great pair of comfortable pants, a great comfortable sweater, and a jean jacket, but then you put on great accessories, your shoes, your jewelry, your bag, your belt. It can really take an outfit from just being worn to being styled. Now, the last thing I want to talk about isn't a physical item that you can purchase. It's more about the details that make a difference. And I'm not talking about the accessories here. I'm talking about how you feel in an outfit, the presence you put out there, the way you walk into a room. It is your posture, it is your behaviors, it's your smile, it's your way of speaking, it's your beauty that you are exuding from the inside out. And by creating outfits that you feel confident in, again, not necessarily buying the newest, coolest, trendiest thing, not necessarily having the most expensive item, maybe not being in the most trendy color that's happening right now, maybe having that true outfit formula you know works for you. I know for me, even if it's just like a last minute thing that we're doing, I know I can throw on a great pair of wide leg pants, jeans, any type of bottom that I feel good in that day. I can throw on a comfortable top. I can throw on a t-shirt, a cashmere sweater. Again, we're ranging anything from super inexpensive, just white t-shirt to a great cashmere sweater, which by the way, Quince, not that expensive. It's $50 for a great cashmere sweater. That's the same as the super expensive $300 cashmere sweaters. Then I can throw on some sort of jacket or something over it for a layering piece, a jean jacket, a blazer, whatever I'm feeling at that moment. Then I can throw on my accessories. I can throw on a little bit of jewelry, a belt, a great pair of shoes, a bag with those neutral colors that I was talking about, and maybe add that little pop of color I was talking about. And with that uniform, I know that I feel like the best version of me. So I walk into a room feeling better. I exude more confidence. I smile more. I stand up straighter. And I just feel like the best version of myself. And with that, that really makes a difference and shows everyone that I'm comfortable in who I am, which is way more important than any trend that is going on or buying the newest, most exact thing that I am seeing someone else wear out there. Now I'm gonna end this with a quote that I heard recently that really resonated with me, and I feel like I wrote this down, I keep it on my desk, and it is something that just when I'm questioning my own style, really kind of brings me back, and I hope this helps you guys too. And it's from Carolina Herrera. And the quote is, "If something does not please you, remove the only power it has over you, which is your attention." And I feel as if this has really resonated with me over the last few years in kind of finding my own way to my own style versus trying to kind of replicate what I see online. And I really feel like you guys have resonated with that and started to feel that same way. And I'm feeling like a better version of myself than I ever have. And that to me is priceless. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and have a great weekend.